Easter message. Think he knows what he's talking about? Do not be afraid. You are looking for Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified. He has been raised. He is not here. Look, there is the place they laid him. There is so much in those words. Do not fear. Jesus of Nazareth was crucified. Now he has been raised. But the unspoken word is that the faithful who have participated with Jesus, who have picked up their cross and followed him in the saving of this world, that they also have been raised. Not only has God vindicated the way of Jesus by raising him up, so also Jesus has vindicated the faithful in the harrowing of hell. He has vindicated those who have picked up their cross and lost their life by following the way. And that brings us to the third point, the reconciliation. Listen to the rest of the young man's message, for it is the very heart and center of the gospel. But go tell his disciples and Peter. If that phrase doesn't set every nerve in your body tingling, then you have not been paying attention to the story. For it is his disciples who have deserted him, and it is Peter who has denied him. Yet here is the young man delivering a personal message of forgiveness and the desire of reconciliation on the part of Jesus. It doesn't matter what you have done in the past. If you have fallen down, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get back to following the way. It doesn't matter if you have stumbled and fallen. It doesn't matter if you have forsaken or betrayed. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get back to following on the way. There is no more powerful message of forgiveness and reconciliation and grace than is recorded in this scene anywhere else in the Gospels. Go tell my disciples and Peter. But tell them what? That brings us to the fourth point, the call to discipleship. Tell them this, that he is going ahead of you to Galilee. There you will see him just as he told you. This message is as profound as it is simple. If you want to see Jesus, go back to Galilee. There he awaits you. But what is Galilee? Is it simply a place, or is it, in the symbolics of Mark's gospel, more than a place? I would suggest to you that in Mark, Galilee equals the place of the beginning of discipleship. It is the place where the first call to discipleship took place. Follow me. And have halfway through the gospel, there is a second call to discipleship. Now it's pick up your cross and follow me. And now at the ending of the gospel stands a third call. A call that comes after fear and misunderstanding has brought the discipling narrative to an abrupt close. A call that says it's not over with your denial. It's not over with your stumbling. It's not over with your forsaking. It's not over with your denial. If you want to see Jesus, go to the place of ministry. Begin again. And there, in the course of ministry, you will encounter the risen Christ. That is a message not only for the women to deliver to the disciples. That is a message for you and for me. Christ is alive. God has raised him up. The crucified one lives. And if you care to encounter him, even in this day, if you care to see him, if you care to embrace him, then pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and go to the place of ministry. There you will see him just as he told you. But is the story finished? Well, that really depends on you and me. For the last sentence of this marvelous gospel narrative stands as both a warning and as a promise. So they went out and fled from the tomb, for terror and amazement had seized them. And they said nothing to anyone, for they were afraid. If we fail to respond, if you and I fail to go back to the place of ministry, if you and I fail to engage the least and the lowly, then the story may well indeed draw to a close. And the world will have won. But as long as there is a single voice, a single person, male or female, willing to go back to Galilee and engage the powers and principalities of this world and proclaim in word and deed that Christ is alive and that the way of God lies before us, the story continues. Hallelujah! Christ is risen.
He has risen indeed.
Hallelujah.